practicing parts of speech. So in the directions, we see identify the part of speech of the underlined word and select the correct choice from the options below. So for the first question, the sentence is onions make me cry. So we're going to do process of elimination. So it's not a noun because nouns are things, places, or people. And cry is an action, so it wouldn't be a noun. It's not an adjective because adjectives describe something and it's not describing the onions. It's not an interjection because interjections are to show strong feelings, so we'll see that later. And then describe how something happens, but crying is just the action. And it would be a verb because verbs are actions, and the action is crying. The onions are making the person cry, so it would be a verb. And it wouldn't be a conjunction because these are what connect words or sentences. So cry is not doing that. Next we have wow, Mount Rushmore is so much bigger in person. So if you remember what we said about interjections, you'll remember that interjections are showing strong feelings. So wow is like an expression, and so it'd be an interjection. And other examples of interjections are like oops or yikes or just something that is like an exclamation. So this would be an interjection. My phone is pink. So with this one, pink is describing the color of the phone. And when something is being described, it is an adjective. So we can just go down and see that it wouldn't be a noun because nouns are people, places, or things. But pink is describing a thing. It's not being a thing, so it wouldn't be a noun. It's not an interjection because it's not like, showing emotions or strong feelings. It's not an adverb because they describe actions, same with a verb. And it's not a conjunction because it's not connecting anything. I love New York. So if you remember, nouns are people, places, or things, and New York is a place. So that would be your answer, and it wouldn't be any of the other ones. So if you see like a city or, like a country or something like that, just immediately think that it is a noun. So don't walk slowly in the hallways. So what would this be? What are they doing? They're walking slowly. That means they're doing an action. The action of walking slowly will narrow down your answers, so it won't be a noun or an adjective or an interjection, but it could be either an adverb or verb. So you can narrow it down because these are the two things that describe actions. But what is the difference between an adverb and a verb? Adverbs show how the action is happening, and verbs are just the action. So it's not a verb. A verb would be to walk because walking is the action, but it's describing how they're walking. So it would be an adverb. And here we have rainbows form from rain and sun. So it can't be a noun, it's not a person, place, or thing. Can't be an adjective because it's not describing anything. Can't be an interjection because it's not any strong feelings. Can't be either an adverb or a verb because it's not an action or describing how something happens. And so it would have to be a conjunction. And conjunctions connect two things, so it's connecting rain and sun, so that would make the answer F. We've got 6 more. So it says, without her phone, Sarah will not be able to call her mom. And this one would be the first option, which is a noun, because Sarah is a person, place, or thing. Specifically, she's a person. So if you see a name, just like you see a city, then that would be a noun because it's a person, place, or thing. Now we have the cats are cute and brought many buyers to the pet store. So just like we saw here with rainbows form from rain and sun, this would be a conjunction because it's connecting two things. So it's first connecting that the cats are cute, and it also connects that it brought many buyers to the store. So for number 3, we have Jeff introduced me to her. So we obviously know that it isn't a verb because it's not an action. Her is like the word here that is highlighted. It's not an adjective because adjective describes things, but her is replacing a noun. So let me get into that more. So Jeff, we know Jeff is a noun because we saw it here. Names are nouns, but we can assume her is a person, but her name isn't stated. So if it was Jeff introduced me to Sarah, then it would be a noun. But when you use a word to take the place of a noun, like her or she, then it is called a pronoun. So another example would be you can say, Jeff went to Sarah's house. But in that case, there's two nouns in there, Jeff and Sarah. But if you want to say Jeff went to her house, then her is taking the place of Sarah's name, right? So it would be a pronoun. Once again, it wouldn't be an interjection because it's not really showing any strong emotions. Wouldn't be an adverb because it's not saying how an action is being done, and it's not connecting anything, so it's not a conjunction. Next, we have the black cat is named Midnight. So it is not an adverb because it's not saying how something is happening. It's not a noun because it's not a person, place, or thing. It's not a pronoun. It's not taking the place of anything. It is an interjection because it's not a strong feeling. And it's not a verb because it's not an action. So it would have to be an adjective. And once again, an adjective describes something. So it's describing the color of the cat. So anytime you see a color, or maybe you see something like the fluffy pillow or the colorful walls or something like that, it would be an adjective because it's describing that. It's describing the noun, which is the cat. So this would be an adjective. Next we have the UPS truck comes daily. So daily tells us when the truck comes, and that is connected with the word comes, and comes would be the action. The truck is coming. But how is it coming? It's coming daily. So what we saw earlier is that adverbs are what describe how, when, where, or what something happens. So this is the adverb, and it would be daily. So once again, it's not a pronoun because it's not replacing a noun. It's not an adjective because these describe nouns, but daily is describing the word comes. It's not a noun because nouns are people, places, or things. Not a conjunction because it's not connecting anything, and it's not a verb because the verb is comes, and adverbs, show the action. So for number 6, we have the deck is slippery as it was raining all night. So as actually works as the connecting word here. It's connecting the two ideas of the deck being slippery and the fact that it was raining all night. So if you remember, that would be a conjunction. As works as the conjunction because it was showing the reason or the cause. So if anytime you see like a cause or effect, it's still connecting two things. So it would be a conjunction. And we can just go down. So it wouldn't be a noun because that's not a person, place, or thing. Wouldn't be an adjective because these describe nouns, but as isn't really describing anything. Wouldn't be a pronoun because pronouns replace nouns. And it wouldn't be an adverb. It's not describing an action. Wouldn't be a verb because it's not showing an action. So yeah, it'd be a conjunction. And hopefully that helped you understand things a little bit better and gave you some practice with parts of speech.